Okay, we're now mid-August and broad beans have all but finished. Been finished a couple of weeks already, but we need to pull them out and perhaps plant some. We'll start preparing the ground for some winter crops. Next to it is the Barletto beans. First time I've grown these, so wasn't sure what to expect and whatnot, but I didn't think they were going to bulk out in their size, but they have. I've just noticed this morning, which is why I'm doing another video really, they've started to get a bit bigger. Whereas last week they were just quite thin, like runner beans. So, okay, I've just opened up one of their pods, and this is what they look like. Taste alright in their raw state. I'm sure they'll be much nicer when they're cooked or in a salad or something. Lovely little speckles on them. My dwarf beans are doing pretty well. We've kind of slowed down on the eating of these, but they're still coming up thick and fast. So I'm going to probably harvest a load and then freeze them. Yeah, but yeah, getting some decent sizes. May run all the way down to the back. Then we have the Brussels sprouts. They're now starting to take shape, looking like Brussels sprouts. Just imagine they'll be ready already in hopefully the next month or so. And I've got quite a few plants there, I don't know, 20 plants maybe. And at the back there's some broccoli that I've just not had a chance to sort out, and they've flowered, some haven't. So I really need to pick those and freeze them, put them in hot water and then freeze them. Cauliflower, wasted a couple of cauliflowers here. So they've kind of gone past the stage of flowering and have gone kind of hard really. So they're no good now. Got some more broccoli over here, which I have been maintaining. So I've cut them and the offshoots come out and little bits of broccolis at the end of there. Another broccoli, but I've let that go too far. Got some swede here, although there is some else grown in there. Probably another butternut squash that's got in there somehow, but it is mostly swede. And that's the root of the swede there. I've just picked two. Just picked two courgettes. Again, too big really, but still eat them, but they taste much better when they're smaller.
Daddy. Daddy.
Okay, runner beans. Haven't picked these for, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 days, and these do grow thick and fast.
Daddy.
Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, so these do, again, they grow really fast, I think. So, again, this is something else we need to, most of them I won't harvest, probably just the 2 big ones there. But I'm going to do a big harvest on these, get them all prepared for a meal, but then just freeze them. It'll be there. But yeah, there's loads in there. They're quite well camouflaged, but there is loads. I never knew they can get so big, but I guess that's the same with courgettes and butternut squash. They obviously pick them at the right time where you get the most flavour. But some of these have just grown too big. Anyway, next door, got some cabbages, which a lot of people just pick the leaves off. I haven't really found the need to do that because we've got so much other veg. Although these will have different properties to them. But I was kind of hoping that they were going to kind of start curling all like that. So you got a good hearted cabbage. So patience with those, no need to rush those. Sweet corn, wow, these are about now, I don't know, 7.5 foot, something like that, quite tall. I did mention in my other videos I probably planted them a bit too close to each other, but they're doing alright. They're very, very healthy, and I think I've just planted them at the right time of the year, which was I planted them out into the soil out here mid-June, and I probably sowed the seed very early May, so about 6 weeks before they went outside. But I did 3 different lots of of sweet corn. See the ones at the back there didn't really come to much because I think I planted them out too early and probably sowed them too early as well. So lesson learned, definitely sow the beginning of May and plant out middle of June. And I can't see them achieving anything bigger than what I've got here really. And I've had a couple of sweet corns off them and they're fine. Next to it we have some butternut squash. Believe it or not, just in this picture alone I think there's 2 plants there, possibly 3. And as you go over here there's another 7 plants over here, but it's just all meshed into one. I don't know if I can go back a bit further. It's all meshed into one, so all that you see there mostly is butternut squash. There is actually a aubergine plant in there somewhere, but I'd have to root through to find that. Again, these butternut squashes, I've harvested 3 now, and that's just from the edge here. I haven't even got into the middle bit. I need to really, but they're coming out like this kind of colour, as opposed to the beige colour that you normally see in the shop. And again, this is probably the biggest you'll probably see it in the shop. So again, it probably does need picking, so I will just go ahead and pick that one. I need to spend some time and actually get into the heart of that cluster there and see what's going on. The potatoes, I'm not touching potatoes, but they're all starting to die off now, so I can dig them out as and when. No real rush because they're probably better off in the ground anyway. But certainly don't need to buy any potatoes. Over there, do I bother going over there? Again, it's just the carrots over there, parsnip and beetroot. We've been picking them off every other day. Very decent sized carrots, loving the carrots. Yeah, that's that. Chilies are doing pretty well. Just starting to become a bit more effort now to look after them, pruning, moving them about so they're not, so close to each other. Had a bit of a clean out in here yesterday, so I don't feel so embarrassed to actually show you some footage inside of here. I've given away a few plants because I've got more of some that I actually really wanted. And yes, chilies are starting to come through. Super chilly there. But I like to show people when they're different colours and whatnot. But at the moment they're just all green, so they're very hard to see. I think this is KM purple. Where's that plant? I've never seen one like this before. Where the stem is just, it's like a thick plait. It starts off as one. Down there, and then where it should be splitting, it's not quite splitting, and it's just like one big matted knot. Then right at the top you've got, sorry, this plant here was the first to start sprouting some chilies or flowering, whatnot. But not the first one to show ripe chilies. So this one's ripening, as you can see. I think my most important peppers are going to be my Grenadian seasoning peppers. Some are just starting to flower now. I'm sure they're going to be alright, I hope they will. But if you've watched the other videos you'll know about them, but they're just basically a pepper that looks like a chili pepper. When you cut it open it smells like a chili pepper. When you start to eat one, it tastes like it tastes very nice, and also it tastes like it's going to be really hot, and there's just absolutely no heat, which is really just, yeah, almost perfect really, unless you really like the heat. But a very nice chili, sorry, a very nice pepper. This is a ghost pepper. This is a overwintered plant, so these flowered first before anything else, of course, because they were a couple of months head start. And yeah, starting to get a few chilies off them. It's a Scotch bonnet. I've had a few of this one. That's overwintered. This one here is habanero, overwintered from last year. Had one ripe one up there. And Scotch bonnet, quite a big one at the back there. I'd end up breaking it if I try and manipulate it too much to show you. Another one I overwintered but didn't quite make it. It did start showing some leaves, but I think it was just under too much stress. Yeah, these are all overwintered. Another ghost plant. Yeah, the ghost chilies are just too hot for me. They're almost a rancid taste because they're so hot. Another Scotch bonnet, ripened quite nicely. And so on and so forth. And then it's the grapes, which don't need much doing to it at all. I just leave them and they just do their thing. Just make sure I water them like maybe twice a week because they're inside. Quite nice looking grapes. Got a lot more this year than I did last year. And that's a lovely, I'd be quite happy if I bought that in the shop, that cluster there. But not quite ripe yet. Just quickly nip over the other side. Oh, I forgot about these bell peppers. Never really been successful. Well, I've probably a couple of times been successful with bell peppers, and I mean, when I mean successful, I mean they are really thick-walled, really sweet tasting, and a very good size. Only a couple of times really. I don't think this year they're going to be that good. Actually, you can't see too much from this side, so I'm going to stop there. Okay, so that's really it, I think, at the moment. Hopefully next time. Oh, I did miss something actually. Where are they? These Cheyenne peppers, chili peppers. Grew these last year. Quite a nice pepper, really. They're one of the early ones, and so they were one of the first ones I was eating last year, and they were really quite nice last year. I think because they weren't so hot and they're kind of sweet, and because I didn't have much choice, they were my favourite choice. But as more things started to sprout, and I was tasting other stuff, I kind of realised, oh no, I like other stuff better. But I think my taste buds were changing as well, because I was starting to get used to eating more hotter stuff. Anyway, I'm in the polytunnel, starting to sweat because it's too hot. But in saying that, it was hotter last year this time. This time last year was definitely hotter. Anyway, nearly went without signing off. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, share, subscribe, whatever it is. Any comments down below, put them in. Any questions, any words of advice. I always like to listen and take advice. Let me know. Okay, over and out.